Welcome to Marv's house. Today, we're going to be talking about stocks to watch that are not banking stocks because banking stocks are taking over right now. Super popular to talk about. This is the only exception right here. Credit Suisse came to a merger or acquisition deal. And so this might actually move the whole market because it's a big enough deal. And also, if you wanted to play Credit Suisse, this might swing early on Monday morning. On Wednesday, we got the Fed talking. This will cause the market to jump because most likely they are not going to be pausing, which a lot of people are hopeful that they're going to pause on increasing interest rates, but I don't believe they're going to pause at all this year. He didn't indicate anything about pausing the last time he spoke. And so I think it's going to be 50 basis points, but that speech will be making the market swing while he's talking. And then after he's done talking, it might swing the opposite direction. So that's a big catalyst to watch any stocks that are volatile. And keeping with volatile, if you've noticed, Bitcoin has been jumping, it's been climbing because of all this madness. And this is the sector or the industry that I want to be watching this week because Bitcoin is on a rise. And as you can see, all these YouTubers are already talking about it's on a run and it's going higher. So if the maxis believe it, I'm just going to ride with the maxis. So now we're looking at Bitcoin is over 28,000. It was a higher. It's up right now 3%. It was higher earlier today. But let's get into like the graphing analysis a little bit. You can see right here it's still getting higher highs and higher lows. So it's moving up still. It's still in an upward motion. And I think that's the important part of how the Bitcoin stocks are going to be moving because they're going to react to this higher price from over the weekend, especially on Monday. So when you see here, this is a graph showing a trend that once it hits a support level, the coin could jump and it could jump hard. And basically, this is the possibilities that we can be seeing coming up in the next weeks or days. And although you're not trading exactly one to one Bitcoin, a lot of these companies' prices are swinging with Bitcoin. So some of the companies we're going to talk about are going to be the mining companies and the platforms. And those are going to be reacting to all this price action that you're seeing. And this is how we're going to capitalize and make money off of this because these are still great priced companies. Okay, the first company is Coinbase. It is up over the past month 20%, which is common for all these companies that I'm about to show. They range from about 20 to 12% up. Coinbase used to be double this. And I think that when people are just getting into crypto, they're going to use Coinbase or Robinhood. And that is how Coinbase is going to continue to grow, especially like once like the Fed coin comes out. So it's good long-term company and they're going to keep running this week, I believe. Next is Marathon Digital, and this company is running, like all the companies, with Bitcoin. They do mining, and people underestimate these mining companies, and I think that they're good. I don't know about long term how good they are, but definitely for this week, I'm going to be watching them because I think there's profit. I might get into some calls, not on Marathon because I don't like the option chain on Marathon as much, but I am going to be watching the next companies definitely to get into some plays. So let's jump over to them. Right platforms, right? Used to be one of my favorite stocks. I used to do the wheel method and cover call and sell puts on them back when they were around like $16. So I'm really happy that they're jumping like this, up 30% on the month. And I think that their option chain is good enough for some plays. I'm going to be looking for some calls if I can get them cheap, depending on how they come out. If I could get some cheap option calls, then I will get some for this week on either Monday or Tuesday. I'm definitely having them on my watch list. Lastly, this is my favorite play. I own shares in this company, Hut 8 Mining. It's a Canadian company, and they're in the crypto space. This one, it is more for like swing trading, I would say, definitely. Like they swing up. They might hit $2 this week based off of how they've been going in the market. They'll get up to, close to around this price, and then they'll go a little bit higher, and then they could drop back down into like the 165s or 150s, but they swing. It'll be a big swing. It'll either be 10 cents, 20 cents up, or 10 cents, 20 cents down. And that makes this really good for cover calls. If it's near the $1.50 range or near the $2 range, you can get really good prices and a good percent on your return. And so that makes me like super bullish on this company, Hut 8. And I do think that if you were to hold it long term, yeah, maybe you could make some money on this too. I've been playing it since it was around 80 to 90 cents, and I used to buy it for 90 cents, sell the $1 cover call. If it hit, I would have to sell at $1. If it didn't, I would keep it, and I would just keep doing that. And then after a while, I decided to hold it a little bit longer when it started this most recent run up. And so I think that HUD 8 is my choice for like a long-term hold. It's has way more upside than downside. And since it keeps hitting that dollar mark, you don't have to worry about it being delisted or being forced into a reverse split like a Mullen that a lot of people like to day trade and swing trade on Mullen, but Mullen is under $1, and it's so far under $1 that I believe in the summer Mullen is going to reverse split. So I'm not really trying to accumulate any shares with Mullen under 20 cents. But with HUD 8, they're not in that position. So I'm bullish. And yeah, I like that for this week. Thank you.